looks like we're about ready to get underway with the opening knife round here on map 3 between Muffin, Lightning, and Complexity. This match was actually delayed yesterday, which is a benefit to me, as I had something to do that afternoon. I wouldn't have been able to finish the match otherwise. Auto director's stuck on death, but as you can see, Muffin Lightning is going to take the knife round. I imagine they're going to opt to switch, yeah. They are opting to switch, and Muffin Lightning will have to pause as it appears Silent has disconnected from the server. So I assume it's a technical issue on that side. Hopefully that'll get sorted in a sec. It's a tactical pause, apparently. Never mind. Silent back on the server now, so we should be getting underway with the opening pistol any second. And we will. So looking at the utility, it appears that Ichiban's going to opt to go for a smoke and a diffuser. And over on the Complexity side, Surreal and Ape going with double flashes on Surreal and a smoke, and then one flash in HE and a smoke on Ape. So Complexity do have a bit of utility to work with on this B hit. We'll see what they can manage. There's only going to be one player kind of playing here. They have the 4 stack over at A, and then Ichiban up on the train, or that's Arky up on the train rather, who's going to be the one to try and stop this push. Smokes come out, and we see the rotate from Silent over our connector. He's going to get spotted out by Android, taken down to 62 HP. Arky's going to get spotted out upper by Surreal as well. Silent has kind of worked his way to the middle of the train. Spots out Uber over at Fire, is able to take him down. Nice shot. Ichiban's going to be able to get Def as well. Bombs planted here for the Complexity side. And Ape, pushing through that smoke, is going to be able to find one on Sinks. Android's going to get Silent. Peeking around the corner, manages to find Akis, taking him down. And that's going to leave Ichiban last man alive in the 1v2 with 6 HP. And he's not going to be able to do it, as Android from behind that bomb train is going to be able to take him down with one well-placed Glock shot. And Complexity are going to get the opening pistol round here. And yeah, I know. I think it's either a problem with the Twitch API or HLTV's thing. I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully that'll get resolved soon as the match continues and we move on throughout the day. And yeah, I will be streaming the closed qualifier as well. I will be streaming Immortals versus the winner of this match, then the Group B winners match following that. So Complexity out A already here into the round. Bomb is going to be planted. Have lost Uber, but Android's going to find a couple nice kills on the Silent and Sinks. Arky still around Green Train. He was CT Hell, manages to find one, but is quickly traded out by Def, meaning Akis, last man alive, 1v3, only with a 5-7. Does have that head armor though, so he could potentially do something here, but Ape is going to be able to take him down from on top of that train. Akis was able to take him down to 6 HP, just unfortunately not able to close it out. Now we're going to see a pause coming out from Complexity here. Not entirely sure why, but appears to be a sound problem on Ape's end, so hopefully that'll get resolved soon. And it does. So Muffin Lightning here, they're going to be on the save after losing that force by P250 on Arky and Silent. Nade on Ichiban, but aside from that, not much at all. Def's going to manage to find the first kill on a Silent. Spots out Arky over at CT Hell, is going to molly him off as he's over near one train, but he does make his way back over into that location. Ichiban from behind bomb site manages to find one, make that 2, taking down Uber and Android. Spots out Ape over at E-Box, but is going to drop to him. and Def gonna find RK as that exchange was going on. So Complexity able to get their third. Bit too close for comfort going against mostly USPs, but they'll take the round win anyways. And now we're gonna see Muffin Lightning's first full buy of the half. No head armor across the board, which doesn't really matter when you're up against an AK and op setup. Tell HLT. Wait, did they really not close the game yet? Damn. That's silly. But, anyways. Complexity are mostly over here towards Ivy. Arky's going to be able to land a nice shot onto Def. Is traded out by Surreal, though, who does have that op in his hands. Can be pretty nuts with that at times, as we saw on the CT side of Dust 2 in yesterday's matches. So we'll see if he could maybe get something working with that on the T side. Here on train for Complexity. Smoke's gonna come over A. Silent. Peeking back into ladder room. Manages to find one onto Uber. Is traded out by Ape though, but not before Silent was able to tag him down to 34 HP. So Complexity struggling a bit HP wise, and I mean, man advantage isn't in anyone's favor right now. 3v3. So this is very doable for Muffin Lightning, despite this bomb that's going to be going down on Android. This is a very doable retake situation. Ape's going to be tagged to 34 HP over in Pop Dog, and Surreal back at A main at 36. So Nakis going to be the first man pushing into sight, but Surreal, nice angle, is going to be able to take down Ichiban. Molly's going to go out to his position as Akis, wrapping around. Over here at A-Box, Thanks manages to find Android. Akis gonna take down Ape. Meeting the last one's gonna be Surreal, and he's gonna drop to Akis as well. Is he gonna have time for this defuse? There's not a diffuser on either of them, and no. He's gonna have to back off and save, so despite getting all the kills necessary, Complexity is gonna be able to get out of the round thanks to a lack of diffuser on the Muffin Lightning side. That's really gotta hurt, as now Muffin Lightning don't really have the best buy. I mean, they do still have rifles mostly across the board, except on Ichiban, who has to just be on a 5.7. But we'll see if they can make this work, despite not having full rifles and FAMAS's. Akis is going to be able to take down one. Make that two. Dropping Surreal and Uber over on this B hit. Android has worked his way out though. We'll see if he can maybe find something over here on the bomb train. Akis going to wide peek it though. Taking down Android, and Ichiban going to be able to take down Ape as well. So very quick round going the way of Muffin Lightning, and they only lose one. That's going to be Silent, is the lone man to drop in that round. So, Muffin Lightning do get their first on the board here. We'll see if they could pick up a second, as Complexity aren't really going to have too much of a buy going on here. They have that Scout on Def, but P250s across the board, even a Glock on Uber, and then Ape's going to have that Deagle Flashbang. Does get spotted out by Sinks, and he knows that he has the op. He's going to have to flash it, but Sinks lands a very nice shot while blind onto Ape. Akis is going to be able to take down Uber as well. Just pushed up near that ramp. Silent tags down Surreal to 66 HP. Is going to be able to get the kill over there at A main. Def still trying to watch his position with that Scout, but he's going to be the last man alive. And Sinks knows where he is. And Sinks going to be able to land the shot with the op. Taking Def down. Muffin Lightning getting their second here. So now for Complexity, they are going to be able to buy up here. It is a little bit shaky though. UMP on Surreal and Tech9 and Uber. But see if they can manage something with that. We saw Muffin Lightning earlier went around with just a couple pistols and rifles. Surreal's going to be able to open things up with that UMP onto Ichiban. Molly's going to go out to Silent's position. It doesn't quite land on him, though, and Silent's going to spam through the smoke, able to find Def. Aegis pushing down ladder, is going to be able to find 2, taking down Surreal and Ape. So this A hit falling apart fast for Complexity as Sinks finds Android as well, leaving Uber the last man alive with only a UMP to his name in a 1v3. Molly's not quite going to touch him, and he's able to find one onto Arky. But now they know exactly his position, and they're just going to be watching it. Aegis dropping Uber in the end. And now Muffin Lightning have 3. Bringing things back slowly here after Complexity got off to a fast start. Now we're going to see another save come out from the Complexity side. Just pretty much training into B here. Sig's going to be able to find 1 onto Android, and Aegis going to be able to find 3 very quickly with a nice spray down onto Surreal, Ape, and Uber. Def is going to find Aegis, though, but he's got a tall task ahead of him now in a 1v4 situation. And they know his exact position, and Ichiban's just going to be able to get him rather easily. Flanking up from office. And that's going to allow Muffin Lightning to tie things up now at 4. What? Go TV? Hello? What? Not quite sure what happened there, but Silent on the push is going to be able to take down Uber. What? I'm still thoroughly confused, but whatever. Silent was able to get the opening frag in the round. Complexity still haven't really pushed anywhere yet. They are hanging out here around A main, though, and it looks like that's where they're gonna hit. Smokes and Molly's coming out to the site, and now the Go TV's like way laggier than it was before too, so whatever. Surreal finding 1 onto Ichiban, Ape taking down Silent, Arky and Sink's gonna be there to trade him out, though. Def from the bomb train is gonna manage to take down Arky. That Molly's gonna go out. Doesn't hit Def, but Sinks, while blind, lands a nice shot onto Ape, and that's gonna leave Def alone in a 1v2 with 10 HP. Can he come up with the clutch? No, as Aegis is going to take him down from the bomb train. And now, Muffin Lightning get 5. That's 5 in a row for them. And we'll see if they could keep this momentum going. Train's one of those maps where if you lose a lot of rounds in a row as T, it's very hard to kind of stop that CT momentum because it's just such a CT-sided map. And with this double op setup too, it's going to be really difficult for Complexity to take a site here. We'll see if they can manage, though. They're going to go fast out B. Aegis able to find 1 onto Uber. No more of those. He's traded out by Android rather quickly. Smoke's going to come out onto Silent's position. That's going to delay the up a little bit. And he actually got Molly down to 8 HP as well. So that's huge. Def going to be able to find Ichiban, too. That bomb is down. And now Muffin Lightning don't have the man advantage anymore in this retake. And Sinks and Silent both low, both on ops. We'll see if they can maybe do something. Silent, round fire, is going to be able to take down Android. Arky's going to be able to get Surreal on site as well, so that leaves Def. Last man standing, just has to defend this bomb a little bit longer. Silent's going to be able to drop him. And Arky's going to get on the defuse. I think he has just enough. Yep, he's just going to have enough time to get that. And now, Complexity. Things not looking that great. 6-4 for the Muffin Lightning side. And Complexity really struggling to get something together on their T side after winning the opening pistol and the following rifle round. losing 6 in a row since. So definitely not how they would expect this series to go. Honestly, Complexity is one of those teams that, despite their performances, which we all know haven't been that great with this roster, you'd still expect them to really not be struggling against a team like Muffin Lightning. I know these guys on Muffin Lightning have been playing together a while, but still. Def's gonna open things up here on the silent. Surreal trying to spam through the smoke onto sinks. Isn't able to find anything though. He's very close to landing. However, an android has worked his way up Ivy. Arky's gonna be able to find one onto Surreal. I don't think he knows that android is behind him. He does now. Able to find Uber and android with a nice flick. And that's going to leave Def and Ape, the last two. Bomb is down. Def's going to be able to pick it up here. Flash is going to come out over towards CT Hell. They know Arky's there, and that's going to allow Ape to peek it and get a nice frag. Def's going to be able to drop Ichiban over at Connector as well. Leaving Akis, the last man alive, in the 1v2. Akis going to drop Ape up on top of that train. Now it's a 1v1 against the Oppa Def, who's quickly making his way into Pop Dog up that ladder. He's going to try and plant B, and Akis knows this. He's going to try and cut him off. Def's going to peek it, though, and is able to find the frag with that peeking out ramp. Nice shot from Def to connect onto Akis over at Connector. That's going to give Complexity their 5th. So, nice job to kind of slow down the momentum that Muffin Lightning have built a little bit. We'll see if they can continue and maybe build something of their own to close out the half. Akis. Smoke's gonna go out into to B tunnels, but nobody's really gonna be there. As we're gonna see Uber on the map rotate down, I believe, towards ladder. Yeah, him and Ape. Both hanging out around ladder. Ichiban's gonna be already pushed into Pop Dog, waiting for one of those two to go down. Sinks peeking in main. Nobody's really gonna be in that location though. As we see Surreal grabbing that bomb, and he's gonna probably regroup with his teammates Ivy if they could get a pick here. Android pushing up Ivy. Arky's going to be able to tag him down to 9 HP. That's going to force Android to rotate off. And now the team hitting a main. Sig's trying to find something. Is going to be pushed for Surreal. Can't land the no-scope. So, early main advantage for Complexity into the round. Molly's going to go out window and completely miss. Just bouncing off the window. Arky's going to be able to find one on Uber. Make that 2 as he takes down Def. And Ichiban shutting down Android as well. Leaving Ape as the last man alive. Great rebound from Arky and Ichiban over on that A site to stop that Complexity push, which looked like it could really go in their favor. So they dropped Muffin Lightning to 3 early. But again, Ichiban and Arky closing things out themselves, and that's going to force Complexity onto a bit of a quasi-buy. Pistols across the board, armor and helmet on Android, Surreal, and Uber. Deagle and Def Sands as well, so see if they can manage something. They're going to be running right into Akis here, though, who is able to find one upper and fall back off of that position. Nice job from him, and Ichiban coming up Pop Dog on the flank, managing to find 2, make that 3 with the MP9, taking down Def, Android, and Ape, and Muffin Lightning making quick work of Complexity in that round. 8-5. And that's going to force Complexity onto Glocks here. Looks like they're going to be setting up for an A hit with those Glocks, but they're going to be running into 4 on the Muffin Lightning side as that stack comes out. Ichiban's able to find 1 onto Uber. Dropping bomb, able to find Def as well. Is killed by Ape over at Pop Dog though. But Akis coming up behind Ape, can't quite find the spray. Finally does. So Real's going to take him down from E-Box. Peeking out, managing to find Sinks as well. Silent's going to drop him from window room, and that's going to leave Android last man alive with nothing more than a Glock and a flash to his name. Android's going to be going down Pop Dog here, it seems. That smoke's going to come out on his position, though, so won't be able to do anything. Does manage to find an M4, though, and he should be looking to hang on to that. Still, not a bad round for Complexity at all, managing to find 3 with just a Glock setup, so pretty solid round for them. Didn't get the bomb plant like you'd want on the Eco, but still, dropping 3 with only Glocks is pretty big, and Android is just going to be taken down by Silent as he doesn't check the left angle. Meaning that Muffin Lightning do have their 9th on the board now, despite losing 3 in the round. They do manage to close things out. And now we're going to see the full buy from Complexity into the last round. Utility across the board, AKs across the board. Again, they are going to be facing that double up setup that Muffin Lightning like to run on their CT sides, that a lot of teams these days like to run on the CT side of Train. We'll see if Complexity could get anything going against it. Android, Surreal, and Def are going to be pushing over here towards Ivy, but again, they're going to be running right into a 4 stack on this A-bomb site. Molly's going to come out. That's going to cut off Sanks from peeking on the right side. But Silent has already worked his way over here to get the peek, and he's going to land the opening shot onto Surreal to get that opening frag. And Ape hopping up on the gray train, managing to take down Ichiban. He's going to fall back off, though. Sinks from the site, peeking out, trying to hit Uber through E-Box. Doesn't quite land the shot. Very close to killing him, though. Does manage to land the second, though, as Uber peeks out. Now Complexity have to know that both ops are over on this A site, and you see the rotate coming out. They're going to try and make something happen over here at B halls, but they're going to be running right into that op of Sanks, which is already rotated back over to help out Akis here. And actually, no, Complexity gonna go down Pop Dog, playing this a bit smart. Silent knows that that flash came out, though, is going to be able to take down Android. Def finding Arky. So 2v3 for Complexity. Silent gonna be able to land another one onto Ape. Does die to Def, but Sinks from that bomb train is gonna be able to close out the round for Muffin Lightning. 10-5 half, not bad at all. I mean, Train is a pretty CT-sided map, so I think Complexity will be okay with the 5 rounds they got. Obviously, you would like to have maybe those 1 or 2 rounds more to really put Muffin Lightning's backs against the wall going into their T half, but Muffin Lightning were able to close out strong, and we'll see if they could keep that momentum going on their T side, the much harder side of Train. Looks like Muffin Lightning are going to push out A here. Android's dropped in HP quickly. Gonna get that HUD back up real quick. Surreal managing to find Sinks over at Connector. But Akis and Arky finding Ape and Uber with this A push. Silent's going to be able to take down Def as well. So, man advantage was for Muffin Lightning. Ended quick, but Silent gets right back, killing Android, and he's going to be able to land the shot onto Surreal over at Connector as well. Very nice work from Silent to get, I believe it was a 3K in the round. If not, just that 2K to close it out. Still good enough. And Muffin Lightning 11-5, winning that opening pistol. That's big for their side. Complexity, you see kind of the force coming up for them here. They're going to run with a triple deagle setup. We'll see if they could possibly make that work. I mean, Train is a map where like a double triple op or double triple deagle setup on ecos could really work out in your favor just because of how long range both the sites are. But Silent's going to be able to find Def. It drops to 2 HP. But he'll take that opening frag. Managing to find Android as well on that 2 HP. It's not bad at all from Silent. Surreal able to find 1, taking down Arky. But it's going to be a tough retake for them. 3v4 going up against... Oh, Surreal through the smoke, managing to fight Silent on site, so not bad at all. But clock's ticking. I don't know if they're going to be able to find more than that. Might just try and do a bit of economy damage to the Muffin Lightning side at this point, and that's exactly what it seems like they're going to do. Aegis going to rotate out of there with Sinks and Ichiban. So Complexity aren't going to be able to do more damage than that even, as they rotate out the smart way. Back through ladder. $12-5 from Muffin Lightning. Didn't really see a stomp like this coming, but Surreal landing the opening shot onto Silent. That's big for the Complexity side, as they are only going to have pistols to work with here in round number 18. Looking at their money, they will still have enough to buy, despite the upgraded pistols in both the last 2 rounds. Android's going to fall. So Muffin Lightning quickly end that man advantage, bringing it back to a 4-on-4. Flash is going to come out A. Uber's going to be peeking Ivy. Nobody's going to be there, though. And Arky has worked his way up to Brown Train, taking out Surreal rather quickly over a connector. Ape spots him out from behind Green Train, though. Can he manage to land a shot onto Arky? Just trying to get something. Takes him down to 69 HP. But is it going to be able to get much more? Uber taking down Arky. Aegis able to find Def. So that's going to leave Uber last man alive in the 1v3 for Complexity. As that bomb is down on B, and he's going to get mollied out of connector as well. And yeah, the Go TV is a bit laggy. There's nothing I could do about that. For whatever reason, for me specifically, the Go TV on Train is always like really slow, especially when a lot of smokes and nades are coming out on either site. So sorry about that. There's nothing much I could do there, but on different maps it should be a lot better. It's just Train I always have issues with, and I'm not sure why. Uber's gonna be able to find Sinks to open things up here for Complexity. But you can already see Muffin Lightning have worked their way onto site. Surreal and Android, though, taking down Silent and Aegis. Ichiban's going to push through. Managing to find Ape with that UMP. Bring this back a little bit. Arky's going to be able to find Uber as well. So, well, it was a 3v2. Make that a 3v1 now, as Arky's going to be the last man alive, with Android slowly coming up behind him. Molly's going to go out. Android spots out Arky, pushes through, and is going to be able to find the frag in the end to close out the round in Complexity's favor. Their first of the half, 13-6. Still, you can see plenty of money on the Muffin Lightning side. Silent is going to get a drop as he was only around, I think, 1,500? Somewhere around there. Or 2,000. 2,500 rather. Sorry about that. Flash. Gonna come out to Ivy. That's gonna fully blind Silent and Arky. Silent's gonna peek it. Manages to take down Uber to 74, but Uber's gonna fall off a little bit. Arky's spamming through the smoke, trying to see if he can find something. Uber's not gonna be there though to get hit. Muffin and Lightning just really taking their time here, trying to get a feel for what complexity might be rolling with. See if they can maybe catch something out. But complexity playing this very, very passively here. Muffin Lightning are kind of favoring B here now. As we see Sanks, Silent, and Ichiban all over in this location. Steph is going to be able to find Sanks through smoke. Surreal's going to be able to get Aegis on that dropout heaven as well. So 2 frags early going the way of complexity. Def's going to peek around that bomb train, take down Silent. He's in the middle of planting, and just like that, Arky's going to be the last man alive for Muffin Lightning in a 1-on-5. And he should just try and hang on to this AK, and that's exactly what he's going to do here. No point going for it. Wouldn't have been able to anyways with only 10 seconds on the round clock and bomb down at the complete opposite bomb site. So we'll be able to hang on to that AK. But now you can see the money. Not the best for Muffin Lightning. They are probably going to roll with a save here. Maybe even a full save. I don't see them really forcing up pistols except maybe P250s. And that's exactly what we're going to see. P250s come out on Aegis, Sanks, Ichiban, and now Silent picking up a P250 himself. So complexity should just be able to get this round rather easily. Ape's going to be able to find one onto Ichiban, make that 2 as he takes down Silent, pushing out A as well. Arky, Sanks, and Aegis both hanging out. All 3 hanging out around Pop Dog. Android's going to be able to drop Arky. And Sanks climbing back up that ladder to regroup with Aegis. Over towards B. Def spamming through that wood, managing to find Aegis over on ramp. That's going to leave Sanks last man alive. Def's going to be able to spot him out and take him down as well. So another round in a row where complexity don't lose a single player. That's really just going to help boost their economy up even farther. Winning 3 in a row now. And we're going to see a bit of a force up from Muffin Lightning. Upgraded pistols. Few Kevlar and head armors on their side. But aside from that, not much else. A couple smokes. A flash. But really, just one of those $3,000 buys. Android's going to be able to take down Aegis. Start things off here. Silent's going to drop as well, so Android with 2 very early on in the round. Def's going to be able to find Ichiban. Android's managing to find Sanks. And Uber going to drop Arky to close things out. So complexity, again, not losing a single man. That's 3 in a row now. Nobody is dropped on their side. Now we'll see Muffin Lightning coming out with the rifles. Silent gonna even have an op himself, so we'll see if they can get something going here. Just pushed into A main. Nade's gonna go out. Takes down Aegis to 86, but didn't do much damage aside from that. Surreal takes down Sinks. Silent's gonna be able to get Android on the bomb site to bring it back to a 4v4. Molly's gonna go out on Silent's position, but Aegis is already pushed up here to the bomb site. And Arky hanging out around Ivy. I don't know if Uber knows he's there, and he does not. Arky's gonna be able to find the frag. Bomb's gonna go down for Aegis. 8 flashes through. Won't be able to push off that. Arky's going to be able to find Surreal as well. Leaving a last man alive 1v4. Isn't able to do much in that situation as Ichiban just able to spot him out over at Connector and take him down rather easily. So Muffin Lightning 1 round away from map point against Complexity. And that's just crazy, really. Didn't expect Complexity to really be struggling here on Train, as we saw Muffin Lightning struggle against Rival on this map, who really you would consider a lesser team than Complexity. But Uber gonna open things off here for the Complexity side, taking down Arky. Now Muffin Lightning are gonna have to take their time here. Down a man early into the round. Bomb is going to be around upper B. Ichiban drop Pop Dog. And it looks like Muffin Lightning are going to come out B. In the meantime, Sakes managing to find Death to open things up, but that Molly is going to burn him. Akis going to be able to find Ape, though. Surreal actually going to drop to the opposite island as well. Android's going to pick it up, but it's too late. Muffin Lightning have already rotated back over towards ladder. But Android will be waiting for someone to come down. Looks like Silence actually going to work his way all the way back around towards A main. Going to peek out here. Android's not even watching it anymore. He's watching for Ivy and 2 Train. Here's that smoke, and now Android's going to peek it. Actually manages to spot Ichiban through the bottom of that train. Is going to be able to take down Akis as well, leaving Silent last man alive in the 1v2, and Uber, with the second op of the Complexity side, is going to be able to drop him. So Complexity stealing one out here. Now we're going to see the eco from Muffin Lightning. Smokes are going to go over A. And we're going to be watching Ivy with that op. Nade comes out, actually takes down Arky to 10 HP, and the Molly's going to finish him off from there. Sank spamming through the smoke, tags down Uber. But won't do too much. Uber managing to find one with that CZ. Ichiban, though, pushing through, taking him down, picking up the op, but Sakes and Ichiban just going to line right up for death, and that's routine spray down for him. And Complexity, now with 11, slowly working their way back up here against Muffin Lightning. But again, they did it against an eco. So we'll see if Muffin Lightning can maybe get up to that match point, that ever so elusive match point, as they do have AKs across the board now. Smokes are going to come out on the A side. Android managed to find one on Ichiban. Akis getting 2 though on Surreal, and Android is going to be able to drop Ape as well. So now we're going to see the bomb go down for Muffin Lightning, and this looks like it should be their round, as Uber on 9 HP probably won't be able to do much in death. Actually being chased out here by Sinks, and Sinks is going to drop him. Akis is going to be able to find Uber in the meantime, and that's going to give Muffin Lightning match point here against Complexity. We'll see if they could close things out. Complexity are still going to have enough to run this double up setup, but Uber is going to need to come up big for them here, as he is sitting at just 9 and 21 right now. Not a great performance from him at all, and if there's any time to step up, it's going to be now. Speaking of that, lands the first shot onto Silent. So not a bad way to get things started here in round 27 if you're Complexity. Do or die for them right now. Remember, the winner of this moves on to the minor closed qualifier. So if Complexity lose this, their hopes of potentially making the major diminish. Bomb is down for Muffin Lightning here. Arky's going to be able to find Android. To make it a 4v3, but Def pushing through is going to be able to find Arky over on Fire. 2v4 situation. Sanks just overextending a little bit. Ichiban finds one onto Ape. Can he get Def on top of the train? No, Def's going to be able to take him down. And Complexity are going to have enough time for the defuse here. And pick up their 12th. Yeah, Nelson, I'm going to be streaming the Immortals match following this. Whoever wins this one. So, Muffin Lightning are going to come out with a buy here. Rifles across the board. Except on Ichiban, who just says the Tech 9. But Tech 9, pretty much a rifle itself. Nade's going to come out. That's actually a really good nade over on ramp to take down Akis to 56 HP. Now, Muffin Lightning just, again, taking their time here. They want to close things out now. So both sides still trying to get a feel for what one or the other might be doing. Looks like Muffin Lightning are going to be playing with that bomb over towards B. Def and Surreal both there to potentially slow down that push though. Nade's coming out over onto the B bomb site. But we're going to see the rotate out now. It's a complete fake from the Muffin Lightning side. And now they're going to drop Ape. Able to find one onto Sanks. Uber's going to drop Arky as well. Ichiban flashing throughout A main. He's going to drop to Android. Silent's able to find Ape. But Android's going to take down Akis, leaving Silent last bit alive in the 1v4. Complexity quickly shutting down that A push from Muffin Lightning, and Silent gonna drop to Uber as well to close things out. So Complexity now with their 13th on the board. Muffin Lightning's chance to close this game out quickly slipping away, and they're gonna have to eco here as well. So this is a round you expect Complexity to win, and that's where things get interesting going into the final round, where it's really gonna be a do or die. Def. Nade comes out, takes down Arky to 46 HP. But we're gonna see Akis already pushing his way up to the bomb train, but Surreal with that op is going to be able to take him down. Def taking down Silent as well, dropping Ichiban, now dropping Sanks, and dropping Arky. No, Ape's going to be the one to get the final kill, stealing it away from Def, but Def still with a nice 3k against that eco on the Muffin Lightning side. Now we're going to see Muffin Lightning with their full buy. Rifles across the board. We'll see if they can make this work. It looks like they're going to be playing over towards Ivy here. They know Uber likes to play it, and Uber has been the weak link of this matchup so far. It misses that shot onto Arky, completely whiffing it. Now he's going to be blind and smoked off of Ivy here. Tries to re-peek it though through that smoke, and Silent's going to be able to take him down. So the opening pick going the way of Muffin Lightning. Def peeking up here over towards Pop Dog, meanwhile, is going to be able to take down Ichiban. So trade frags is going to go back the way of the Complexity side. Now they have a crossfire set up on Ivy as well. Arky's going to be able to take down Ape. That's going to allow Surreal to look back though. Trade him out. Surreal's going to be able to find Silent as well. And Sanks has dropped here, leaving Akis the last man alive. 1v3 if Muffin Lightning want to close this out in regulation. They know where he's at. They know he's at 56. This should be a routine shot for Surreal. If he peeks it, he does. Takes down Def to 22. No Surreal's holding that CT hell angle as well. Molly's going to come out. Slowing Aegis down a bit more. Peeks over towards Surreal. Isn't going to be able to land the shot. And Surreal with the op. Going to take him down in the end. So Complexity. Very nice comeback from them. Tying this back up at 15-15. And now you have to wonder if Muffin Lightning might be a little discouraged after dropping a few rounds in a row there. So, rules for the OT in this tournament. MR10 1600. So, pretty much going to be dealing with a full buy from teams the entire half, unless there's just a complete stomp in favor of one side. But yeah, Muffin Lightning going out quickly over at A here. Silent managing to open things up with a nice kill on an Android. Surreal's going to be able to take down Sanks from window though. Uber finding Aegis from the bomb train is going to be traded out to Arky though, who's going to be peeky connector here on Def's position. Molly's going to come out. Arky's going to be able to take him down. No Surreal's up in the window. Drops him as well. 3K from Arky. And Ichiban has worked his way over into B here. I don't know if Ape knows that they're going B with the bomb. Surely he does now, as there's nothing to be seen there. MR5. Yeah, my bad. MR5 1600. Ichiban gonna drop to Ape. Or Ape gonna drop to Ichiban. So 16-15. Muffin Lightning opening things up here. Now Complexity are the ones with their backs against the wall in this OT. Sanks pushing out. Can't quite kill Def, but Aegis will be able to. But Surreal with that op is going to take down Arky, pushing out B. Nikita 4v3 in Complexity's favor. Silent's going to flash over. Wide peek coming out, managing to land the shot onto Ape. Aegis going to be able to take down Android as well, so Muffin Lightning doing a great job of bringing the main advantage back in their favor. Surreal's still here with that op though, and Molly's going to go out on Aegis' position, sending him right into Uber, but meanwhile, we could see that bomb has already started working its way back over to A, and should go down no problem, as Ichiban is going to have a Molly for that connector position. And that Molly is going to come out. Delaying the push a little bit. Flash going to come out. Surreal peeking on it. Won't be able to find anything over on Bomb Train though. And Ichiban from up in window, managing to find Uber. That's going to leave Surreal as the last man alive. And Silent from on top of Gray Train is going to be able to take him down, giving Muffin Lightning their second in this overtime period, 17-15. Complexity only going to be on M4s here. Things looking rough for them at this point, as Muffin Lightning doing a very good job on their T side to get the first 2 rounds in this OT period. Muffin Lightning again playing this slow T side setup. Flash is going to come out onto Uber's position, and nobody's going to really be peeking off of it. Ichiban has worked his way out A main here. He's going to smoke off Surreal. just for the time being, allowing him to safely fall back a little bit here, regroup, see how he wants to approach this situation. I think Surreal might have spotted just the tip of his head. Not entirely too sure on that, as the GoTV smokes do differ from the ones game side for whatever reason. Surreal going to be able to take down Sinks, though, over at Ivy. Drops down Arky to 24 HP as well. Surreal going to be able to finish him in the end. And Android, nice job taking down Ichiban and Akis, both over at Pop Dog and Def. Going to be able to close things out onto Silent. So Complexity, pretty good round. I don't think they lost a single man there again. And they're going to pick up their first in the first overtime session here. 17-16, still in Muffin Lightning's favor. Smokes are going to come out A, and they're going to go with this fast A hit here. Now, you see, the thing with Muffin Lightning is the rounds that they did win in this overtime period were the rounds where they just really fast pushed out. We'll see if they can make this one work here as well. Surreal gonna open things up nicely though, and Android gonna find two of his own, leaving Arky the last man alive rather quickly here over in Ivy. Uber knows it, and Uber's gonna be able to get him no problem, allowing Complexity to bring things back and tie this up at 17-17. Muffin Lightning still gonna have enough to buy because of that 1600 start money, which is very nice, honestly. I think most tournaments should be MR5 1600 just because it's a much better overtime system, in my opinion, than MR3. Not 1600, 16,000. Sorry. Numbers are hard, man. Akis pushing out, able to take down Surreal to 64 HP. But again, Muffin Lightning just playing things slow here. Android going to be able to take down Arky. Make that two as he finds Silent as well. So Android opening things up very nicely here for the Complexity side. And Akis and Sinks both low for Muffin Lightning. So Complexity, you would think that they have enough to take this one as well. Android peeking out, managing to find Ichiban. That's 3 in the round for him. He's going to be peeking out around Blue Train. Able to find Sinks to make it the 4K to close out the half in Complexity's favor. 18-17. Not bad recovery at all from the Complexity side. It was a bit worrying after they lost the first 2 rounds, but they rebounded rather quickly to bring this back in their favor. But now, Muffin Lightning on the easier side. We'll see if they could be the team to break out here and get that momentum together, as neither side has really been able to do yet in this overtime. They're both still really bouncing back and forth, and one of these teams is going to have to break away eventually. We'll see if that time is now for Muffin Lightning, or Complexity for that matter. Complexity already winning 3 in a row. We'll see if they can make it 4 here in the first round of the second half of the first overtime. And yeah, it's 21 to win. It's MR5, so 21 to win. Yeah. Complexity are going to send that wall of smokes over A. Now this A hit gonna come out. Muffin Lightning rather, with the triple stack on the site. See if they can maybe slow it down. Surreal's gonna open things up though onto Sinks. That's big. Aegis and Silent still hanging out here around B, but that rotate's going to have to come out eventually as Surreal manages to find Ichiban as well. And now we're going to see Silent and Aegis on the rotate, but Complexity have already made quick work of that A defense. Silent on the retake, though. Opens things up against Android. They're going to be pushing through here towards 2 train. Working their way up now. They're going to run right into Def's crosshair. Def with a nice flick over on the Silent. Aegis is going to be able to take him down, but Surreal to close things out. Dropping him quickly, and now Complexity have won 4 in a row. So the momentum is in their favor at this point. Again, Muffin Lightning with the double up setup on their CT side though, and that double up setup can be very deadly on this map, as Muffin Lightning has shown throughout the series. I noticed you. OD, cool. Silent gonna open things up onto Uber. So nice start for Muffin Lightning here. 6 gonna be able to drop Def as well. Arky should spot out Android pushing through Ivy. He does. And man advantage for Muffin Lightning. 5v2. Ichiban. What? Go TV, boys. Anyways, Ichiban able to find 1 before dying. So Muffin Lightning only losing 1 in that opening round. That's going to make it 19-18 here. Complexity playing slow. They are kind of stacking over towards A, but they do have that lurker in A over at B. Looks like the A hit is going to be coming out now. From Complexity, Android pushing through. Works his way up to that brown train. Surreal taking down to 43 HP, and Arky from CT Hell is going to be able to find Uber. Such a powerful spot for the CTs on this map, and Ichiban sparing through the smoke is going to stop Android's bomb plate as well. Ichiban able to find Surreal over at E-Box 2, leaving Ape and Def last 2 alive for the Complexity side. In the 2-on-3, we'll see if they can manage to bring this back. They know Arky's position over at CT Hell, and you can see Def watching it, just waiting for Arky to maybe give him a shoulder or something, but Arky's not going to do it. Ape flashing out a Pop Dog. Saints is going to be able to drop him, and that makes this very difficult on Def, who's the last man alive in the 1v3. Lades the opening shot onto Arky, though. But Aegis on the other side of that brown train. I think Def might hear him. Def's just going to push around. No! He completely passes right by Arky. Def's going to be able to find Sinks, or Aegis rather. Completely passes right by Aegis. And Aegis is going to be able to get the frag because of that. An open qualifier for closed qualifier for qualifier. No, it's not even that, Freezy. It's an open qualifier for a closed qualifier for a qualifier for the major. So it's a lot of qualifiers. Anyways, 19-19. Muffin Lightning bringing things back here. Let's be honest, fuck qualifiers. Agreed. Too many of them. But on the bright side, it gives me more to cast. It allows me to get more practice in, so I mean, as a player, I can imagine that all the qualifiers would be really shitty with how many there are, but it's good for casters, I guess. And Muffin Lightning gonna open things up very quickly here on round number 20 with the 2 opening frags going their way. It's Aegis and Arky able to find 2 on Surreal and Uber. Sank's gonna be able to find Def as well, but Ape is gonna take down Ichiban over a connector, allowing this bomb play to happen over on the A site. Molly's gonna go out over towards connector. Ape peeking from around the corner, manages to take down Sanks. Android gonna be able to take down Arky as well, bringing this back to a 2-on-2 retake. Bit harder for Muffin Lightning now as Android in a very powerful position behind the C-box is going to be able to take down Aegis, and that should do it. Securing complexity match point as there's just not enough time for Silent at this point. Unless he activates his spin bot, takes down Android and Ape, and then SV cheats ones the defuse. Which isn't going to happen, obviously. And complexity now. On a match point here. We'll see if Muffin Lightning can force OT number 2. Or if Complexity can secure the round win here. A couple smokes going over towards A, but they aren't going to be really pushing off of it yet. Complexity really going to be taking this one slow. They really want to end things here. A lot of Counter-Strike already being played, and they still have to go up against Immortals after this, which is going to be a tough task for either of these teams. As despite Immortals' kind of shaky performances as Elite, you would still consider them much higher up than Complexity or Muffin Lightning. Each bond is going to be able to find one onto Uber. Trying to spam through the smoke, see if he can find anything. Won't be able to though. Silent dropping Death. Aegis gonna be able to find one himself, and Silent closing things out, taking down Surreal and Ape. So very fast retake coming out from Muffin Lightning, and that's gonna make it 20-20. So Muffin Lightning forcing OT number 2. 40 rounds of Counter-Strike already played. We're about to play at least 6 more. So, see what happens here. Silent gonna be able to drop Android early in the round. Sig's gonna be able to fight Surreal as well. Uber working his way up around Green Train, managing to find Ichiban to bring one back for Complexity. Aside from that, not much else. Sync's gonna drop Uber. Aegis taking down Def, leaving Ape last man alive for Complexity. Gets spotted out by Silent, and that's going to be the end of it. Muffin Lightning up 1, winning the first round of OT2, and the tac pause gonna come out from the Complexity side. Really just need to talk things over here, as again, the momentum has just gone back and forth the entire match between these two teams. Nobody has been able to pull away at all, and Complexity really need to find a way to bring one back here. Alright, so the tactical slash piss pause is now over. Players say 10OT sucks. Honestly, I just like watching more Counter-Strike, but... And I think MR10 really helps, like... I don't know. I like it more, personally, but it is a lot of Counter-Strike to be played, that's for sure. So, it's another one of those things, as I was saying, like... all these qualifiers and stuff, like, you could imagine that having so many qualifiers, especially just online qualifiers these days, is really, like, taxing on players because it's so much Counter-Strike to be played. Then you have MR10 OTs now, or MR5 OTs, sorry, MR5 OTs now, as well in the qualifiers, and it's probably really taxing if you're a player. Muffin Lightning making quick work of that round. 22-20, winning 2 in a row here. Didn't drop a single player in that one, even. So, Muffin Lightning looking very strong here to start off OT2. We'll see if they can keep it up. But yeah, the thing is, the things that are bad for players is good for casters, because even though it's like, it's taxing on me too to be talking for this long, it does help build your stamina as a caster to be able to talk for such long times in matches like this. And you could probably tell, like, the quality of the cast diminishes as the longer a match is played, just because at some point for casters even, it's like, okay, just get this over with, please, just so we can move on to the next one. This is taking fucking forever, but it still is good practice to be able to just talk for so long, which is why I prefer MR10 personally. So hopefully that gives a little bit of insight as to the differences there. Def gonna be able to take down Sinks to get one back for the complexity side, and Android going for the spawn plant, though Ichiban's gonna be able to stop it, pushing around bomb train. Ape from E-Box, though, bringing one back for complexity. 2v2, Akis's failed flash. Over into the site. Blinded himself a little bit, but the second one seemed to work out a bit better, even though that still blinded himself. Arky's going to be able to find frag onto Surreal, leaving Ape last man alive in the 1v2. Flash goes out, and Arky's going to peek it by the time Ape could even pull his AK out. And that's going to allow Muffin Lightning to get their 23rd on the board here, 23-20. And complexity not looking good on their T side at all. Muffin Lightning really looking strong on their CT side here. And if they could win this one too, you look at the money for complexity, it's not great. They might be able to still, well, they're gonna be able to still buy in the next round at least a couple rifles, but it won't be the best buy going into round 5. And if Muffin Lightning could win out the half, that would be huge for them. Ollie's gonna come out to silence position, but it doesn't matter, he's gonna stand right in it and take down Ape. Ollie dropping to 30 HP from the Molotov. He's gonna rotate out quickly. Android and Surreal, last two members standing for complexity. And this is where things start looking rough for them. Muffin Lightning could very well steal one from complexity and advance to the close qualifier. Android gonna be peeking out from ramp, managing to take down Akis. Arky from behind bomb train, though, gonna close out the round, dropping Surreal and Android, getting both the frags himself. And 24-20, Muffin Lightning just one round away from match point in the first half. This is exactly what you wanted on your CT side. And like I said, it's been a little bit with just the momentum going back and forth, back and forth. This is really the first stage of the match where we've seen a team just kind of completely dominate the other side. And Muffin Lightning, Complexity don't seem to have an answer for them here. That push is just a little bit unnecessary though, as Ichiban and Aegis gonna drop early to the Tech 9s. That's gonna give Complexity a couple rifles to work with here. Sig's gonna find Android, but Surreal taking down Silent over at upper. Arky's gonna find Def to make this a bit more manageable. 2v3 still for the Muffin Lightning side, and it's going to be a very difficult retake to make happen. Arky's going to be able to open things up though onto Uber, bringing it back to a 2-on-2. Surreal going to drop Sinks. That's going to leave Arky the last man alive, and Ape's going to be able to flick down onto him, no problem, to secure Complexity's first round in OT number 2, the final round of the half. Pretty much the best one to win. That's going to make it 24-21 now to start things off here with the second half of OT number 2. Muffin Lightning gonna be playing things slow here, doing their standard setup, and Def's gonna open things up really early onto Aegis. So Muffin Lightning down a man quickly into the round. There's a third OT coming up. Please, no. 2 OTs is more than enough. 2 MR5 OTs is more than enough. If this ends up being the world's the longest Counter-Strike match ever, I might actually die in the middle of the stream. Still, Muffin Lightning taking their time, haven't pushed through anything. Your casting is getting noticeably shittier. Yeah, I'm fully aware. Trust me, you guys notice it, I notice it too. It sucks, but with a match like this, it's hard to keep things going. Uber able to take down Arky, 8 managing to find Sinks as well. So Complexity really shutting down this A hit before it could even happen for the Muffin Lightning side. Surreal gonna take down Silent, and Surreal gonna drop Ichiban as well to close things out for Complexity. So 22-24, Complexity securing another round here on their CT side. Don't talk to chat when you cast. I like talking to chat when I cast though, man. Helps keep me interacting with you guys, since it's really just a chill environment. Like, I'm not trying to be professional with this. It's not like I'm working for ELEAGUE or something here. So, you know, I like talking to chat. It helps keep me in touch with you guys, so. Ichiban gonna be able to drop Android. Over at Pop Dog. To open things up here for Muffin Lightning. They did lose Sinks, though. Silent, peeking out from A main, is going to be able to drop Surreal as well. So, man advantage now Muffin Lightning as they bring back 2 in their favor. Def Ape and Uber. Last 2 standing for the Complexity side. And Muffin Lightning with a utility to play with here, as they still have plenty of nades to work with if they're going to go for this B execute, which it seems like they are, as Aegis is going to drop Def to open things up here. Ape and Uber, last 2 alive on the Complexity side, splitting sights, but that bomb's going to go down B now. And now we're going to see the rotate come out from Ape. Pushing up Pop Dog, but there's going to be one man here waiting for it, and that's going to be Arky, who's going to be able to find the kill, leaving Uber last man alive in the 1v4 to stop this match point from happening. He's going to be able to take down Silent and Aegis. Last 2 low. Ichiban and Arky with a combined 25 HP, and Uber's just going to stick it, but Ichiban peeking out, stomping it at the last second, and Muffin Lightning really close round there. You don't want to see it come down to that. But they do make the most of it, taking the match point. Now they have 3 rounds to work with here. We'll see if they could close things out in those 3 rounds. Muffin Lightning, again, they're playing super passive here. Just waiting for a pick. Arky and Aegis are going to be over at B. Def knows it as he hears the nades come out. My god, I'm getting like 20 FPS right now. This is fucking awful. Android, Surreal, and Def opening things up rather quickly here, dropping Silent, Aegis, and Arky, leaving Sinks and Ichiban last 2 alive quickly into the round as that A hit just completely gets dismantled. Def gonna be able to drop Ichiban, and Sinks gonna fall as well. So Complexity getting their 23rd on the board now, 25 to 23. And it's not so much, it's not even lag, it's just HLTV's on the same page as the GoTV. So it's just the Twitch stream delay. That's why you get the information sooner. Muffin Lightning playing with the bomb over towards upper B. Believe that might be in the office area. Let's find out. Or is that actually... I can't tell where it is. Train's map layout is rather confusing. But I believe... Yeah, okay, that's actually going to be an A main. Not in the office area as initially expected. Def's going to be able to drop Sinks to open things up here for Complexity. Aegis drops as well. Silent going to be able to take down Surreal though. To bring one back for Muffin Lightning. Bomb still working around Pop Dog. Ichiban going to be able to take down Android over here on this A site. Spots out Uber, tags him down to 48 HP over at Ivy. But Ape going to be able to find Arky. Silent trading him out though, so 2v2. But you can see Def in connector has the bomb down for him. It's actually going to be picked up here and planted by Ichiban. Def, if he peeks out, he'll peek out right into the op crosshairs of Silent. Ichiban going to be able to drop Def, leaving it all up to Uber here in the 1v2. Complexity's major hopes on the line. They'd still have to get through the minor even if they won this, but they don't win this, that's it. We'll see. Uber peeking around towards Pop Dog, managing to take down Silent. 1v1. And I think that's time. I don't think he's going to have enough time for the defuse, and he won't either way, as Ichiban able to close things out, and Muffin Lightning going through to the closed qualifier against Immortals, securing it 26 to 23. A lot of Counter-Strike played in this one. Thank you to everyone for sticking with me through it, and there is still more Counter-Strike to go in the day.